Let's make beautiful lighting that looks like an outdoor shoot. When shooting outdoors on a lightly overcast day, the light is soft, so you can take beautiful pictures of women. In this video, we will recreate outdoor lighting using a flash. First, let's look at the differences in quality of lighting depending on the accessories and bands. We are using the Godox 8200 flash. The model will be photographed in casual clothing. First, we'll try aiming the light directly at the person. The distance from the subject is about 2 meters. The light is very hard, so there are strong shadows. If you want a cool image, this direction is okay. Next, we make the light softer by placing a large 3-foot by 6-foot diffuser panel in front of the flash. Because the flash and the diffuser are near to each other, the light is slightly softer, but still too hard. We want the light even softer, so we'll move the diffuser to 1.5 meters distance from the flash. When separating the flash and the diffuser, the flashed light will hit a large area of the diffuser, therefore making the light softer. The light has become quite a bit softer. However, if the flash is too far away from the diffuser, the light from the flash will leak out from the diffuser and that light will be hard, so be careful not to place them too far apart. Next, we use the Godox parabolic softbox. It's about 70 centimeters in diameter, so it will make the light a little harder. First, we try aiming the light directly at the person. The light is a little hard, but we were able to photograph a wonderful ambience. I like this kind of hard lighting. You can take a cool photo. However, we do want the light to be softer, so we place the diffuser in front of the softbox. The light is very soft. The subject also appears softer. Next, we try bouncing the softbox off the white brick wall on the left. The size of the light that hits the wall is big, so the light is very soft. The subject is at a far distance from the white wall, so the light will be spread over the entire area. Lastly, we want to make the shadows lighter, so we add a white reflector on the opposite side. The shadow will be brighter, and it will look like a photo was taken outside on a cloudy day. With a hot light, you can take a cool photo, but with casual clothes, softer light matches better. Also, when photographing a male subject, it's okay to make the contrast higher. And if you photograph without a reflector board, the shadow will be darker and will look very cool. Well, everyone, did you understand how to soften light and make the shoot look like daylight? Please try it out.
Hey guys, my name is then photographer Hicky. I was the gold champion of photo contest in 2013, and in this YouTube channel, I'm going to teach about how you can use light to take a photo that can be used in business. If you like this video, please leave a like and subscribe to this channel. Give it a shot!
What kind of soft filter do you like? In this video, I will show you the differences depending on the soft filters you use during a shoot. First, let me explain the lighting. We make an edge light by aiming this round LED light at the subject in a half backlighting manner. This half backlight is reflected off a white reflector board and will cast a soft light at the subject. We add a backlight by placing an LED spotlight behind the subject. To make the woman look more beautiful, we'll make a kind of soft upper lighting by using a round LED light and aiming it at a white reflector board. This alone can make it look very beautiful. The overall image is clear, so now we use a soft filter to create a slightly soft image. We compare by trying various soft filters. First, we use Canis Hassel filter. This filter emphasizes oblique lighting, but with the type of lighting we have, the effect is not apparent. However, the soft feel is strong and very nice. I like it. Next, we use Canis Black Mist 0.5 filter. This is a weak filter, so it doesn't look much different than not using a filter at all. However, if you'd like to add just a bit of softness, I recommend this filter. Next, we use Black Mist 1.0. This filter is softer than the last, and you can see that the image is softer in appearance. Personally, I like this amount of softness. I think it's good to use this amount of softness when photographing older women. Next, we combine 0.5 and 1.0 to make a 1.5 filter. It's much softer than before. Personally, I feel this is a little too soft. Lastly, we try using Lens Baby's soft lens and we try shooting with an aperture of f1.6. This is a soft lens, so the softness will change depending on the aperture. With f1.6, the softness is very strong. There is also the inconvenience of having to focus manually, which makes it not very user-friendly. How much softness do you prefer? For me, I like the Haseo filter best. Taking cool photos in the setting sun. In this video, I will tell you about the directions of light and daylight synchronization when shooting during a sunset. Just before the sunset, it is dazzling. First, we try to avoid the setting sun and we'll take a photo in the shadows under a railway bridge. The soft light from the sky is hitting her face, but overall it's a flat light, so it appears expressionless. Just no impact. Next, we photograph with the sunset as a backlight. First, we have the subject stand in a location of direct sunlight. When shooting backlight, the point is to look for the shadows in the backlight. If you can see all of the shadows, it's proof that the whole subject is illuminated. Then when you shoot with backlighting, it will make a beautiful line light. To avoid halation, shield the lens from the setting sun so no light goes into the lens. You can also use a blackboard or something to easily block the light. This is a very cool image, but the face looks a little dark. This time, I will try to shoot in direct light so that the setting sun is in front of the subject. Since the light is hard from the front, this creates a unique and cool image. The sun's light is hitting the subject's face directly, so the background where the sun doesn't reach has become dark. I think the backlit photo was more charming. So we also ask the subject to stand in the backlight and we try using a flash this time. This time I'm using the Godox Parabolic Softbox. We place the softbox as close as possible to the subject. We adjust the flash brightness so that it makes the subject very bright. However, the balance between the subject and the background must match, so take your time to adjust things. The light from the softbox draws out the subject while there's an edge light in the background and a bit of halation as well, making a very cool image. The flashlight is from the side, making a nice contrast. Backlighting while also using a softbox is difficult, but please try it out yourself. How to make it look beautiful with color LED light. In this video, I will tell you about how to make it beautiful using LED lights that can be adjusted in color. First, let's take a photo using only a 50 cm circular LED light. The color temperature of this light can be changed, but it is set to the standard 5000 Kelvin. Bring the light as close as possible. The light is soft because it is close to the subject. It is beautiful with simple one light lighting. Next, we will use an LED tube light that can be changed color. First, set this light to red on the left side. The circular LED light is the main light shining on the person, and only the face is a normal color. The rest of the image is interestingly passionate red. The circular LED light is used as the main light, which is a key to making the image look beautiful. Next, turn off the red light. Then use another LED tube light on the right side. Let's change the color of this light to blue. It is super cool blue image. The key is to have a normal colored circular LED light shining on the face as before. Finally, let's turn on the red LED tube light on the left side. The left side is red, the right side is blue, the neutral light on the face and the mixed light is purple. Interesting, isn't it? As I have said many times, the key to looking beautiful is to use neutral colored LED light on the face. It would be interesting to change the intensity and color of each light. If you are interested, please try getting these lights. How to use a clip-on strobe for a beautiful and attractive appearance. In this video, I will show you how you can make your photos look beautiful with and without a clip-on strobe and how to use it. First, let's take a picture without a strobe using room light and natural light from a window. The light from the window is coming in from behind the subject, and the person is illuminated by the light from the room, which is the color of an electric bulb. The color temperature of the light bulb shining on the person is low, and the person appears yellowish. The color temperature of natural light from window is high, so it appears bluish. If the color temperature is not the same, it will not very nice. Next, turn off the light in the room and use only the natural light from the window. The backlight from the window makes it underexposed. If you make the light brighter, you will not be able to see the detail of the window. This time, turn on the clip-on strobe and shine it directly on the person. It feels like it really shined a light on the subject. It doesn't look natural and the face looks flat, which isn't very good. This time, I will point the clip-on strobe toward the ceiling and take a photo with ceiling bounce. I feel like the light is shining all around. The natural light from the back is also really good. This time, let's mount the clip-on strobe onto the large reflector board on the right. The shadows were too dark due to the light coming from the side. Finally, I remove the clip-on strobe, attach it to a stand, and bounce it high on the back right wall. The light is reflected by a large white reflector board and shined on the subject. The headlight is also in and the subject is softly illuminated, making it look really beautiful. The impression changes so much depending on how you use the strobe. Please give it a try. How to capture cool image with backlighting. In this video, I will explain the differences about which direction is best to shoot from right before sunset. The light from a sunset is easy to photograph in because the sun is low and the light is not too strong. First, we try photographing with the sun in front of the person with direct light. The light is not from above and it's a nice orange color. The light is hard from the front, so it gives a distinct look. Next, we move a bit and photograph with the setting sun hitting the subject from an angle. The light is hard from the side and it looks cool and three-dimensional. It does look a little stiff, but if the evening light is a bit stiff, it is still charming. Let's try shooting after moving a little more so that the setting sun is directly to the side. The contrast is strong with the hard lighting from the side, but it makes a cool and dramatic image. Next, we move so that the setting sun is in a semi-backlit position. The sun will hit our subject from the back left. The subject here will shine with an edge light, but there will be no direct light onto their face. The light that hits their face is a soft light from the sky and looks nice. However, it's a little dark. Next, we try shooting by moving the subject so that the setting sun is a direct backlighting. The sunlight enters the lens and creates a flare, but this itself creates a fantastic atmosphere. It looks a bit overexposed, so we'll darken it and try shooting again. This looks nice. Keeping the same position, we add a strobe to the front and shoot with daylight synchronization. It's not bad to add a strobe, but I think it makes a cooler image to shoot without a strobe. And personally, I like to use only the backlighting from the sun. In the evening, the sun is low and the light is weak, so you can take pretty good photos from any direction. The rest depends on how the photographer wants to capture the scene. Which direction of sunlight do you like? Using a clip-on strobe to photograph an image of your choice. Depending on how you use a clip-on strobe, you can photograph a variety of images. In this video, I will show you the difference of light direction and light qualities when using a clip-on strobe. We have the subject stand in front of a white background. First, we attach a clip-on strobe to a hot shoe on top of the camera and take a photo. This time, we are using the Godox V1. We photograph with the camera in portrait position. In portrait position, the strobe goes on the left side and we make a hard shadow on the right side of the subject. When you use a clip-on strobe and shoot in portrait position, depending on how you hold the camera, you are able to bring the shadow to the left or right. We don't want a lot of shadows, so next we attach the clip-on strobe to a stand and use it as an off-camera strobe. When we do this, we attach a transmitter to the hot shoe. We set the strobe directly above the camera, and when we photograph, we get a shadow behind the subject and it won't be so visible. Next, we set the clip-on strobe at about a 45-degree angle from the subject and have the light hit directly. The light hits the face, creating shading and making a three-dimensional effect, but since the clip-on strobe itself is hard lighting, the highlights look flat. Next, we bring the clip-on strobe directly to the side. Because the light is from the side, the contrast between the highlights and shadows look dramatic, but it's hard light, so it doesn't look pretty. Next, we attach the clip-on strobe to a softbox. Like the first time, We press the softbox directly in front of the subject. Compared to the direct light from the clip-on strobe before, these shadows behind the subject have become softer. It looks very nice. Next, we shoot with the softbox set at a 45-degree angle from the subject. The face looks three-dimensional, and the light quality is softer, and the subject looks more beautiful than the photo before. Let's try bringing the softbox directly to the side. It's a similar dramatic image, but the light is softer than before and the shadows are brighter. However, the softbox is small and is at a distance from the subject, so the light is a bit hard. We want the light to be softer, so we put the strobe behind the white curtain and directly the light at an angle. The white curtain diffuses the light, and while being three-dimensional light is also soft, and the image has become even more beautiful. It's very beautiful light. You can make the lighting softer when using a clip-on strobe by using it as an off-camera strobe or attaching it to a softbox. Furthermore, if you use a white curtain, you can make the lighting even softer and will be able to take beautiful photos of women. Please try it yourselves. How to use natural light with strobe to make people look more attractive. This is a way to make people look more attractive by using a strobe light in a hallway with beautiful natural light. Today, I will be shooting at Paseo Nuevo Studio in Mito. This is what the patio here looks like. Stylish, isn't it? First, let's take a photo without using a strobe. When I adjusted the brightness to the background, the subject became dark. You can use Photoshop to brighten it up later, but if you set the exposure to the subject, the background will be too bright. Therefore, I use a strobe to brighten the subject. I will use the Godox AD200 again this time. First, let's use the strobe directly to the subject. The brightness of the person looks good, but the strobe is too hot, so the shadows are clearly visible. In this case, it looks like the light has been applied artificially and it doesn't look very nice. Next, I will attach a softbox and take a photo. I use the Godox parabolic softbox, which is easy to use on location. Since I'm using a softbox, the light is softer, making it look more natural and nice than before. Next time, I will set the softbox to the right behind the subject and aim for semi-backlighting. Then reflect the strobe light on the reflector board and shine it on the subject. The face was a little dark, but the edge light came in and the light was soft, giving the photo a nice atmosphere. Finally, I removed the softbox and bounced the strobe light onto the pillar. Although the pillar is not very wide, the light is soft as if it had been hit by a softbox. You can do this even without having to bother with the softbox. As a variation, let's have the subject move back and bounce the strobe off the pillar behind her in the same way. Just as in the previous example, this image beautifully brings out the subject's charm. Even with a single strobe, you can create a variety of atmosphere depending on how you use it. Please give it a try. How to skillfully make flash and natural lighting look great together. In this video, we will show you how to mix a flash and natural lighting in a beautiful antique setting. This time, we shot at the Paseo Nuevo Nagareyama studio. Isn't it such a lovely studio? First, let's shoot using only the natural light from the window. It's a northern-facing window with evening light, so the light that enters the window is dark, making the photo underlit. Of course, we can brighten it using the exposure, but the shutter speed will lessen and we'll have to increase the ISO, so we try shooting using a flash. This time, we use the Godox parabolic softbox. First, we aim directly at the softbox. This makes the flash look deliberate and artificial. It doesn't match our lovely antique setting. Next, we aim directly from an angle. And this creates some dimension, but since the softbox is being hit from afar, the light is hard and there are strong shadows on the wall. This kind of lighting also doesn't match the antique studio's vibes. We try bouncing the light from behind the camera to make the light softer. The light is softer, but it's spread too much and the whole thing looks too bright. If the whole picture is too bright, it will look flat and not charming at all. Lastly, we bring the softbox to the outside of the window and aim the flash towards the outside of the window. The dark light from the window becomes brighter with the flash. The light is also diffused by the curtain and soft light hits the subject. The light from the window and the light from the flash match and it looks very natural, matching the vibes of the antique set. You can make a subject look even more charming by matching the light qualities and direction of both the natural and flash lights. Which softbox do you use when you want to shoot a cool photo? In this video, in order to take a cool photo of a woman, I'll show you the differences in light quality between a large round softbox and a small round softbox with light coming from above. First, we aim the light from above at the large round softbox. This time, we use a softbox with a 150 cm diameter called a 4x larger 150. We are using a steady century stand and pressing a weight so that it will not fall. We put the softbox as close as possible to the subject. And we have the subject sit just behind the softbox. The softbox is large and the subject is close to it, so the soft light from above gently hits the subject and it is very nice. The subject is far from the background, so the background drops to a nice gray color. Next, we aim the light from above to the small round softbox. This is a 70 cm diameter softbox called Godox Parabolic Softbox. In the same way, we have the subject be as close as possible to the softbox. In this case too, we will have the subject sit just behind the softbox. Because this softbox is small, the light is harder than before and the contrast is higher. The larger softbox from before also looked nice, but this time it looks a bit more unique. When taking a cool photo like this, I personally prefer the small softbox. The background is also darker than before, becoming dark gray and cool. Lastly, to make the shadows under the face brighter, we place a large white reflector board. The shadows brighten just a bit and the woman looks even more pretty. Any pose will look good with this lighting. Everyone, please give it a try. A big softbox, a small softbox, direct light, bounce light. There are many techniques for lighting with a single strobe. Should I use a softbox? Should I apply it directly? Or is it better to bounce the strobe? Techniques will vary depending on the purpose of the shot. In this video, I will show the differences between direct light and bounce light and the size of the softbox using only one strobe. I think you can learn a lot. This time, I take a photo of the bride. I use a Godox 8200 strobe. First, I aim the light from an angle directly to the person at the Godox 8200 strobe. The distance between the person and the strobe is about 2 meters. Since the direct light from a strobe is very hard, the shadows will be sharp and hard. If the shadows are sharp due to the hard light, you will not be able to make the subject look soft. In general, the beauty of the light should be expressed softly, so direct strobe light will not give the desired effect. Next, to soften the light, I will use the Godox parabolic softbox with a diameter of 70 cm. I will try applying it from an angle as well. By using the softbox, the light becomes a little softer. However, if you use the 70 cm diameter softbox and you are 2 meters away, the light becomes a little harder, so the shadows are clearer and the contrast is higher. The light is not yet soft enough to expect a soft atmosphere, so it is not suitable for photographing brides. I want to make the light softer, so next time I will use a large 180 cm softbox called Kimira Shallow Bank. The strobe I am using is a Godox 8200 as well. Light has the property that the larger the area, the softer it becomes. Since it is a light of 180 centimeters, the quality of the light is much softer. It looks very nice. However, many people do not have such a large softbox. To soften the light without the softbox, I will try using the Godox 8200 by itself. This time, I bounce the light on the white wall on the right side. Since the bounced light spread over a very large area, it becomes a very soft light and the light turns around the whole area, creating a soft image. Just knowing the basic principle that the larger the area of the light, the softer the light will be, you can soften the light by bouncing it off a white wall. Just be careful when bouncing as it is affected by the color of the wall. You can express such a different impression even if you use only one strobe. Everyone, try it out! Various types of lighting with a single strobe. This time, I will take a photo using mimosa which has a seasonal feel. In this video, I will show you the difference in lighting when shooting with these flowers or dried flowers when you only have one strobe. In fact, this is the only mimosa I used at this location. In a photo, they would be more voluminous. Let's take a picture without the stove. There's a window with natural light coming in 10 meters in front of the subject, so the natural light from the front is hitting the subject. It is a little underexposure, and the image looks flat. The subject does not look very three-dimensional. However, since the aperture is open, the mimosa in the foreground is broad, giving a sense of depth. Next, I aim the light from the front right directly to the person. This time, I use Godox 8200. The subject face is illuminated by hard light, making it look flat. Furthermore, the hard shadows of the light hitting the mimosa also appear clearly on the wall, making it unattractive. I want to soften the light, so I'm going to bounce the 8200 off the left wall. The light is softer and the subject looks nice. However, the shadow on the right is dark and I would like to make it a little more fluffy. Next time, I'm going to make it semi-backlit to make the whole image fluffier and to make the mimosa look even more beautiful. I will point the 8200 toward the camera from the back left of the person and press a large reflector board in front of the left and bounce it. Since it is backlit, the mimosa looks beautiful in the transmitted light. The light hitting the person is soft and very nice. However, the light from the strobe entered the lens and caused strong halation. To soften the direct light, I will bounce the strobe off the back left wall and then bounce the light onto the reflector. The halation is reduced and the overall image is fluffier and very nice. But one more time, I want to make the shadows brighter. So at the end, I place a reflector board on the right side as well. The image is soft with just a little bit of halation. The subject stands out and the mimosa looks nice. When using flowers or dry flowers, use backlighting as much as possible so that the flowers look beautiful in the transmitted light. By being careful about halation, you can take beautiful pictures of your subject. Everyone, try it out!